Solitaire video. Tonight, we have the vintage Halloween deck. I'm excited for this one. Anyway, I hope your day has been well and you're ready to relax and play some Solitaire. Let's take a look at these cards as they already look fairly promising. Ooh, a nice little purple fade on that one, as well as the red, so we got the gist. Interesting background. Let me know what you think of these. So let's put away our jokers back into their box and begin shuffling up our deck for tonight. And as we do, please get yourselves nice and comfortable as we get ready for our first game of the night. And since we have a Halloween deck, I thought of a nice little question for everybody. What is your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever worn? I'll let you think on that as we deal out this first game of the night with a lovely jack of spades. What a start. Already a couple plays, so let's begin tonight's Solitaire set. And of course, I will answer the question just in case you are curious. Alright, so feel free to share as much as you want. I always love hearing your thoughts. So I think I started trick-or-treating around the age of, I believe, 4 or 5. I lived in a semi-sheltered household, not terribly, but to outside dangers here on the west coast of the United States. So I think my favorite costume from all of my years was probably one that I did with my girlfriend. It was about 4 years ago, I believe, and I dressed up as Freddie Mercury. Yes, I dressed up as the leader of Queen. It was really silly, honestly. I even put on a fake mustache for the costume. I think this was just after Bohemian Rhapsody came out at the movie, so it was somewhat fitting. Let's just play as much as we can. But I remember as a kid, my favorite costume I ever was, I think, was Ghostface from the Scream movies. My sister helped me do some black eye makeup. Oh wait, that's a different one. I remember now. So the Scream costume was, just making sure I'm not missing any plays. The Scream costume was very cool for the time. It had a mask to where you can squeeze a heart, and it would have blood come up to the mask. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna use this more than just Halloween. grade, so just a time frame. But those things got kinda hot with the all black suit, and my dumb butt wore black clothing under. Where I live, it doesn't get too cold during the colder seasons. Almost never snows, sadly. And then I think the year, no, in first grade, my sister did makeup for me to make me look like the Grim Reaper. I used to watch The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I believe that's what it was called. And she knew just what to do with that. Nothing too crazy. Passing out candy the past couple of years. There have been some really cool costumes I've seen. Some I thought I would never see done well, but some of these parents go above and beyond, and it's pretty cool. I think the craziest one I saw was a younger kid with Goku hair. That was quite impressive, as it looks like this is the end to our first game, as there's nowhere for that 6 or 8. No building on the sides, so let's clean it up and move on to our second one of the night. Not a bad start. It just came down to 3 cards, it would appear. And they were the King of Diamonds, 3 of Hearts, and 7 of Spades. Alright, one question down. Next one is, what was your favorite candy to get during Halloween? For me, it was really weird. So I lived in a neighborhood with fairly spaced out homes. And for some reason, every year, I would get a popcorn ball and like 4 bags of pretzels. And I used to think, dang, parents suck for doing that. But as I get older, I kind of realized, you know what? That wasn't too bad. Only if I had some creativity to pair a Snickers with some pretzels or something like that. It could have been good. Anyway, maybe one time, or every year, for about 3 years, I would get one hard candy, and it was an A&W root beer hard candy. Those, as a kid, were awesome. And I only got one, and it was kind of a bummer. And we're good to go. So, besides that, it would probably have to be... Ooh, it's actually kind of tough. I'm trying to go back to my younger mind. Butterfingers were up there for sure. Sorry about that. Butterfingers. Reese's weren't the greatest in my opinion when I was a kid. I would use that for trading leverage. I actually think it was Kit Kats and Milky Ways for me. Oh, any white chocolate candy was always my favorite, just because it was something that was kind of rare. I know, kind of lame, but we were all kids. So those were my favorite Halloween candies, I think also. I think Kit Kats and Whoppers were at the top. And what sit for a bit. As we get our first fat stack of the night, I've got a good question coming up for the next one. We'll save that for the next game. What a good start so far. Not even through our hand as we get our second fat stack of the night. I think we'll be only getting the two, so let's build what we can while we can, as it looks like that is it. Okay. Not as much action as I was hoping after this start. But I could see in our future a pivotal card coming to rescue us. Now we're down to two. Can we get ourselves a win on our second attempt? Here we go. Let's find out if we can. It is all coming together, and we officially start our night with a win. It's still a start at this point. 2 games in, 2 fat stacks, and we still have a couple more whacks. And here we have all of these spades in order, ace to king, with all of the clubs much of the same. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. Victory shuffle time. And here we go. Not too bad, but we could have done better. But it's hard to get better than the start we're at right now. Okay. As we get into our third game of the night, let's do our final question of the night as well, since we have the vintage Halloween deck. Let's end with one more focused on Halloween. Alright, I'm pretty sure most of us have done this, so it's a two-parter, just second part of that question is, what is the most Halloween candy you've ever gathered in one night, not including your own candy bowl? This one's gonna be fun. And if you want, what is the best candy you've ever gotten on Halloween? Here we go. So for me, of course, I used to count my Halloween candy. I always pretended as if I was a bandit making out with a lot of loot. And it was fun seeing all the work of walking through the neighborhood pay off. So consistently, when I would trick or treat on my own, I would gather around 180 to about 210 pieces of candy in a night. Remember, the neighborhood's a bit spaced out, but that's not too bad. And I remember as a kid, I'm sure most of you have done this, but I didn't. And it's kind of weird why I didn't. But you know, when there wouldn't be someone at the house and they would leave a candy bowl, and it said, please take one. At max, I only took 3. But I'd always hear of kids taking the entire bowl. And I thought, oh, come on. What if there's someone else out there? And then someone actually taking the bowl. So what I would do in those situations, I lived in a fairly older neighborhood, so there weren't too many trick or treaters out. And I would come back around 10 o'clock, and if there was still a bowl out with candy, we would take the rest, because we don't see, we meaning my friend and I, just in case other kids came around. So that only happened like 3 times, I believe. And our thinking was, well, they don't want the candy afterwards anyway. So I didn't feel too bad about that, as we have 888s, 555s, 444s, 1010s. So the most candy I think I've ever made out sounds kind of silly. Damn it. But you know what? It actually helps a little bit. It was, I think, maybe my freshman year of high school or 8th grade, one of those two. My friend and I were like, you know what, this is gonna be the year we get the most candy ever. You know, that type of talk. So we made a plan when we would start, what we would do if we had to, like, speed walk and, like, stamina, all that type of stuff. So, actually, let's wait for that, King. After I think about 3 hours out, I either had 280 pieces to 320 pieces of candy afterwards. And that was by far the best haul yet. Oh, I didn't even notice that, Jack, I'm dumb. And he had like 312, I think. So we were fairly split down the middle. And of course we did our trading. And luckily is the type of friend that everything you didn't like, they liked, and vice versa. But something I remember that we never did was take from the candy bowl to make our numbers higher, because that felt like cheating, like inflating our numbers, and I don't know why. As a kid we had that little gripe about it, but it's kind of funny looking back of having morals about Halloween candy, or standards I should say. But around that much candy was the haul. And lastly, the best candy I've ever gotten was a king-size Butterfinger. And king-size candy was never a thought in our neighborhood. But a couple times it would be. And unfortunately, that is the end to this game. So we move on to our silent one, as we could not get the ace of clubs. Well, let's see which 4 cards we're at this time. Dang, a 50-50 shot ended up costing us the game. How unforgiving. And the 4 cards, 6 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 9 of clubs, queen of diamonds. Talk to you later. bright side, that was the worst game of the night. I know, kind of weird, but just to show how many good games we've been having. So as we get into our last game, the last thing we'll be doing is of course reading this deck. And actually, it's been quite well. The maneuverability is very good. Nice feel to the ridges, no loose cut corners. Very durable. And we will give it its final rating after we deal it out. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know I wasn't the only one hoping for the 8 of diamonds. And with that, it looks like, oh, there it is. Almost. Almost. Well, would you look at that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Quite fine. Let's begin. So, the back design, simple and sweet, nice color scheme, fits the description of vintage Halloween. So good points there. All of the factors previously stated help it out quite a bit. The only knock I can really give this deck are the designs on the cards, the hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. Specifically, are a little bit similar, but not too much. It's a bit of a reach to call that a knock. So surprisingly, it's an 8.5 out of 10. It's not like amazing. It's what it says it is. You could for sure play this deck pretty much every day, and it'd be good for a while. It delivers on its title and description, and it's pretty freaking sweet. So, 8.5 out of 10. Very surprising. Sometimes you just don't have to try that hard. I think that one might have some disagreeing opinions, but guess we'll just have to see. Triple fours. It feels like we've had quite a few triples throughout the night, doesn't it? Right, black 10. That helps. And our fourth fat stack of the night. And that might be it. But let's just hold off just in case. We could make it 5. Oh no. same. And that is just fine. This doesn't count as another fat stack since you can't refat the same stack. Oh my goodness. These two. Come on, show us a 2. There we go. And that is our 5th and final fat stack of the night. And just to celebrate, just type Halloween and we got it. Perfect. We end the night on a victory. How fitting is that? 5 fat stacks, 2 wins. Not really too spooky, but working in our favor. I wonder if there's a correlation to the ratings we give a deck and then the outcomes we receive in a game. Kind of feeding into the idea of the solitaire gods being pleased or disgusted by our ratings, giving us a good night or a bad one. Just something to think of in future videos. But here we go. All of these spades in order, ace to king, along with all of the clubs. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. You know what we're doing. Felt alright, but let's see. Aw, very chunky, my bad. Do we recover 5, 4, 3, 2, ace? Yes, we do. And with that, my friend, that is an end to our night. It was very fun on this night of fright. Not really, but you get what I'm trying to say. 5 fat stacks, 2 wins. Can't get much better than that. So I won't even try.